Hello.
Yeah, hi Mario. It's 7:30 tonight, right?
I think so,
Yeah, that's what
unless you change it again. I've been in bed all day.
Oh, what's wrong?
I have the flu.
Oh no, the regular flu?
It's driving me nuts.
Oh no, terrible. Did you
And
get a
I
flu
missed
shot?
a what?
Did you get the flu shot?
Not yet.
Oh boy.
Yeah. I was going to this week.
I got the COVID shot last week and
Yeah.
I was gonna wait to get the flu shot.
Yeah, but you can take it at the same time.
I know I was nervous. I was very sore from the COVID shot for like two
Anna too.
days.
Anna too. Anna went last week and had both.
Yeah.
But the next day she was,
You okay?
yeah, but she was not this, herself the next day.
Who was she? Marilyn Monroe?
Yes, she told me that, but I didn't see. Did you see the video I sent about? He,
Yes.
he speaks nicely.
You know what's interesting? He's a news guy on TV. He's a very well known guy, but
Yeah.
ask Chaim Teichman about him. He go crazy
Why?
because his
If
family's very left. He doesn't seem to
uh,
be so left, but his father was a big leftist, Tommy
uh,
Lapid. Yeah, he was.
uh,
Yeah, Chaim Teichman go when you mention the name, he goes cuckoo. But he said
he
good. He
goes,
said good. He said good.
yeah. I was there where he was talking to the people there. I was there that in that train station.
Oh, where is that?
You know what the final solution was decided?
A onesie and onesie?
Yeah, one is two stations further. So we
Wow.
went to Wannsee. On the way back, we stopped there to see. It's impressive. On the floor, these Yekes are, they put plaques. On this day, 1,275 Jews were deported. And the next one is this day, 1,149 Jews were deported, and so on.
Yeah.
And then you see some Israeli flags along the thing, and you see some candles lit.
Yeah.
There's no trains anymore there. In that,
Oh no, I saw the tracks. There's no train though.
no trains in that track anymore.
Mario, hi. Hello, gentlemen.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Walter likes to be undercover all the time. Oh,
No, where's the boss?
I hope he knows it's
bossing.
7:30.
He's bossing.
Hey, Kenny.
Mario, how are you
Yeah.
guys? You know what I was
So did
watching today?
what?
Because I definitely feel that with all the news and everything, I fall down these rabbit holes, you know, and one thing leads to another. So Mario, I was watching your video
Yeah.
and it led me to a video that was an interview, an American news anchor interviewing Golda Meir. And it seems to be like in between the Munich Olympics massacre and the Yom Kippur War. Like it doesn't seem the Yom Kippur War has taken place yet. she is, and I'm not, listen, I mean, I don't think any of us in retrospect are big fans, but she was so articulate and good in the interview. I was really impressed. I want you to know. You can see how she made it as far as she did in a total man's world.
Yeah. From her kitchen.
Yeah.
She had the cabinet meetings in the kitchen.
But she just laid out like common sense Middle East 101. Arabs, Israel, they don't want us to exist. I mean, she just turned each question into, no, you're not understanding what they're saying. And, it was very good. It was excellent. Hey, Ernie.
We're on Samech Vav Amud Beis.
We are, top of the page.
Amar Rav Amano Aminallah. Rava was the one who said, we don't rely on one aid for a Dvar Erva. That you need to even if the aid doesn't have somebody who's opposing him. Right? Because we talked about if an aide says something and the other party is quiet, then we can rely. But when it comes to Erva, even when the other person isn't machish, we cannot support it unless we have two aides. Where is the source for that?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Where did we start it? 67?
No, 66B. On
Top of the
top,
page, 66BA.
66 on the base.
Okay, got it.
I'm Rab Shimon. Ma'aseh b'Megurah shel Diskim. There was a mikveh in a place called Diskim, B'Yavne. Shahaisa oimedes b'cheska shlema. The original chazaka was that this was a kosher mikveh with 40 saw. And then on a certain date, Madadu v'nimtzeis chasev. They measured it, and they found that it only had 39. So what do? You only passel going forward? What about all the things that had been toiveled there before? So Kol Tahara Shenatzu Al Gabay Rav Tarfon Matayr. Rav Tarfon said, well, this was a kosher mikveh. That's what its chazaka was. Now we found that it loses its chazaka. Okay. But up until now, it'll be fine. But Rabbi Kiva Matame. Rabbi Kiva said no. The last time that it was measured to be more than 40 saw, maybe the next minute is when it became chaser. So Rav Tarfon, mikveh zeh b'cheska sholem u'amin. The chazaka was that it was okay. Mi safek atabala chasra. You want to say that it's a safek that it was chaser? Al techasrana mi safek. Rabbi Kiva Adam zeh. We don't look at the mikveh. We look at the person who went into that mikveh. The guy who went into the mikveh was Tomei. B'cheskas Tomei you are made. Mi safek atabalataro. You want to use the doubt to be mitayrim. Al tetarena mi safek. Rav Tarfon. Mashal la'oimedu makriv al gabei mizbeach. This is comparable to a Kohen who's on a mizbeach offering korbanos. The noidish who ben grusha or ben chlutza. And at that moment, they tell him, oh, you know what? Your mother was a grusha. So therefore, he's a halal. The din is that all of the various avodot that he had done up until then are okay. From now on, we're not going to let him. So Rav Tarfon wants to say it's the same case as the mikvah. Rav Akiva, no. Mashallah, oimedu makriv al gabei mizbeach. The noidesh who balmum. At that point, somebody tells him he's a balmum, he has a blemish. There, we go back and we say that anything that he did was not effective.
Why? Why don't we say the same thing? That,
We
that
don't.
he has a chazaka of kashrus.
The din is different. We're going to see from psukim that a
This
balmum
is,
goes backwards. We puzzle
this
him.
is the concept of
Puzzle
Breire.
We don't use breira.
Yeah,
From
but he would be chayav kares. He's eating kochim and all kinds of things because he went off his father's.
no. A grusha, a ben grusha is a halal.
A
The din
halal.
is that
A halal is
b'di'ev-
not allowed to
b'di-
do anything
b'di-
on the mizbeach.
b'di'eved, any korban that a halal offers is acceptable. Going forward, we're not going to allow him to do the avoda. But b'di'eved, every korban that he did is acceptable. By a balmum, it's not like that. That we don't say b'di'eved, it's okay. Whatever he did is not good. That's the difference between a balmum and a halal. And Rav Tarfon compared the mikvah to a halal, and Rabbi Kiva compared the mikvah to the balmum. On Rav Tarfon, atad di misu lebalmum, you compared him to a balmum. V'ani di misu leben grush leben chutza. Nira lemidome. Where is the similarity better? Idon leben grush leben chutza. Nidonena kamen grush leben chutza. If we come out that he's more comparable to a ben grusha, then the halacha will follow that. Im doime lebalmum nidonena kabalmum. So Rav Tarfon was just raised what he proposed should be done. So here's Rabbi Kiva Lado. So Rabbi Kiva stepped into the fray. He says, Mikveh psula b'yachid. One aide can come and say a mikveh is possible. We don't need two aidim. Balmum psula b'yachid. You also don't need two aidim to say that the person's a balmum. V'al yochiach ben grusha ben chlutza shepsula b'shnayim. A ben grusha ben chlutza, like we've learned, a dvar erva can only be adjudicated with two aidim. So Rabbi Kiva, based on that, wants to compare mikveh to a balmum. Davar acher, another raya. Mikveh psula b'gufo and balmum psula b'gufo. A mikveh is intrinsically defective, and a balmum is also intrinsically defective. His mother was a grusha who lived with the kohen. It has nothing to do with him. It has to do with what happened to his mother. So another reason Rabbi Kiva says to compare the mikveh to the balmum. Whoever separates from you is like separating from life. He was so wondrous about Rabbi Kiva's chokhmah. Now, Hai Balmum Shapsul B'Yochid Hechidami. What do we mean? Hang on, let me. What do we mean that the balmum can be declared a balmum by one aid? Either komakishle, if whoever is being accused of being a balmum argues, number one, mimem, we wouldn't believe it. Ela deshasi. We're talking about he was quiet. And then it's considered as proof. Ude kavase gabi ben grusha ben chutza. So we make the cases comparable. There are also the testimony that came in about being a ben grusha ben chutza deshasi. He didn't protest. Uktani mikveh psul b'yachid, balmum psul b'yachid, vayachich ben grusha ben chutza psul b'snayim. So we cannot passel the kohen without two people. So it's a proof, says Rava, that at Dvar Erva requires two people. What does Abaya say against that? Abaya Amar la'olam the kamachishle. We could be talking, don't learn the way you're learning. It could be that the reason, could be that in these cases they also were being machish. So we asked, well, why would we believe the Echad if the guy protests? The Omerle Shalach Achme. Shalach Achme means open up your garment and prove that you don't have a moon. So since it's something that can be revealed, the aid is the guy's not going to lie if it can be easily revealed. Haina diktani mikveh psula begufo, balmum psula begufo, because it can be checked directly. Which comes from a different person. Uben grusha ben chlutza avodoso kshera minola. Just like everyone here asked tonight, where do we see that if a halal Kohen does the avoda, that b'di'evid what he did in the past is kosher? Rabbi Yehuda Amar Shmuel, Amar Rabbi Yehuda Amar Shmuel, Amar Kra, Pinchas was given a bracha, B'haisalo ulazaro achrav bris kuhunas oila, bein zera kosher, bein zera posel. From here we learn even b'di'evid, the avod of a Kohen, at least based on yichus, is not nifsal. Avos Shmuel Amar different, right? Me'acha. That Moshe Rabbeinu, it says Ula Levi Amar, the bracha to Levi, Barech Hashem Chelo, Ufal Yadav Tir Tzeh. Chelo is Shafilu Chulin, even the Chalolim. Shabo Teratze should be accepted by Hashem b'di'evet. So that's the second proof. Rav Yanai Amar Mehacha. By Bikurim, it says Uvasa el hakoyen asher yeh bayamim hahen. The Bikurim should be brought to the Kohanim of that generation. What is this, Back to the Future? That the person is going to give Bikurim to Kohanim that are not in their generation? What does that mean by Yamim hahen? Elazeh kosher v'nischala. Means somebody was kosher and became a halal, that which he did in the past is also, he would also considered a Kohen kosher. Okay, so we have 3 rayas for that din.
I don't understand. If he was kosher until then, everything's okay. When he becomes a Baal Mum, it's not okay. So what's the chiddush of the Gemara?
No, right now we haven't said anything about Baal Mum. These were 3 proofs that a halal, that which he did b'di'eved, is not nichlal. Those korbanos remain intact. They're meratzeh. We said from bein zera kosher, bein zera pasul. That was told to Pinchas, or Barech Hashem Chelo, even if he's a halal teratzeh. So these are psukim that tell us that b'di'eved, a psul in yichus does not disqualify the korban b'di'eved. Now, Baal Mum Shavadiso Psula Minalan. That's not the same din if a Baal Mum is discovered doing the avoda. There we passel all the various korbanos he did before. How do you know that? Amir Amar Shmuel, Amar Kra, Lachain Emor, to tell Pinchas, Hinani no sein lo esprisi shalom. And the kavana is kishu shalem. There'll be a bris when he's intact. V'lo kishu chaser, not when he's a balmum. For Gemara doesn't say shalem, it says shalom. On Rav Nachman, vav de shalom kitiyahi. When you see in the Torah the way shalom is written, the vav is small.
Even though I don't think it is.
I think it is. It's a whole mahalach on this. There's a Rav Shimon Shkop. There's a lot of meforshim on this vav katia.
There's something missing.
Ernie's about
The vav is not written.
Yeah.
The vav is not written. There's a little
Fully.
ink missing in the middle of the vav, which
Vav,
makes the top of it look like a yud.
right.
Uh-huh.
So Ernie knows from that. The Vav Katia is that Shalem, that
So it's
still
cut.
is- that
cut.
that even
But you-
even though Pinchas did that, I heard a pshat that from Rav Shimon Shkop that even though Pinchas did that whole thing where he killed Zimri, they said that he had to make shalom afterwards. That's why there's a Vav Katia over there. Shalem, shalom, it comes to the same thing because there's a Vav Katia to show you that you have to bring shalom together afterwards. That he had to make shalom for Klal Yisrael because he killed the priest. He killed one of the
Zimri. He killed Zimri.
Zimri. He killed Zimri, and even though afterwards you did the right thing, even though you did the right thing, you still have to make shalom afterwards, and that's why it's above katia. So that's why it's shalem. It comes afterwards.
Yeah, but here the pashup shot is, since it's not a full vav, you read the word shalem, not shalom. It's as if the vav is not there. It's like a kriuk siv. Okay, now comes a very important Mishnah and Sugya to the rest of the parak, which in Even Ezer, many halachos are based on this Mishnah. Kol makom sheyesh kiddushin ve'ein aveira, which is in most cases where there's no aveira with the man and the woman living together, right? There's kiddushin and no aveira. Havlad hoylech achar zachar. The yichus follows the father. Ezezu kohenes levia v'Yisraelis shenasu lekoyen lelevi v'Yisrael. In each case, the child will follow whatever the father was. So a kohenes, right? A bas kohen marries a Yisrael. The child is a Yisrael. A bas kohen marries a Levi. The child is a Levi. A bas kohen marries a kohen. The child is a kohen. Same if the Levi or the Israelis married those men. If there's kiddushin and no aveira, the yichus follows the father. V'chol makom sheyesh kiddushin v'yesh aveira. Now, there's kiddushin. Now, there's no kiddushin by erva. Any prohibited relation where at a minimum there's kares. Now, there are some prohibited relations that are misas based in, that are beyond kares, but we go less. Means as long as there's kares or worse, then kiddushin is not toifus, so there's no kiddushin. But by various lavim, which don't have kares, kohen to grusha, almana lekohen gadol. If you marry a mamzer, if you marry a nesin, if you marry a moavi, right? These are all lavim that no kares. So these are examples of kiddushin v'yesh aveira. Havlad hoylech achar pogum. So the child follows whatever bad yichus there is. Ezezu. Now, what's the example that the Mishnah gives? Now, notice what the Mishnah mentions, and notice what the Mishnah does not mention. So it mentions Amona l'kohen gadol, Grusha chlutza l'kohen hedyon, Mamzeres u'nesina liYisrael, Bas Yisrael u'mamzer u'nesin. In all these cases, the child follows the bad yichus. So a Yisrael marries a mamzeres, the child is a mamzer. Or a mamzer marries a Yisraelis, the child is a mamzer. Or whatever or the kohen gadol, the chlutza, that's a halal. Okay. What about the third category? Kol mi she'ein lo alav kiddushin aval yesh lo al acherin kiddushin. So, for example, I can't give kiddushin to my sister. But somebody else can give Kiddushin to my sister. She's not a forbidden woman to the rest of the world. She's forbidden to me. So Misha Ein La Lav Kiddushin, Aval Yesh Al Acherim Kiddushin, Havlad Mamzer. So that will create mamzeris. That's somebody that's usually a karov, an erva, where there's no kiddushin with you, but there is kiddushin with somebody else. Somebody has relations with any of the prohibited relations. A mother-in-law, a daughter-in-law, sister-in-law, any of the prohibited relations. At a minimum, they have kores. At a maximum, they have, misas based. Doesn't make a difference. These are women you can't relate with, but other people can. That creates mamzeres. If you can't have kiddushin with this woman, and nobody can have kiddushin with this woman, like who? A goyeta, right? If I have a child with a non-Jew, havlat kemosa, the child follows whoever the mother is. Ezet zuvlad shivcha, right? A shivcha knanis. If you have a child, the child is either an eved or a shivcha. And if it's a nochris, if it's a non-Jew, now, the child is a non-Jew. Some very important halacha. You notice what it doesn't say here. It doesn't say that a child of a shivcha and a nochris is a mamzer. So based on this, there's no mamzeris here. So somebody lives with a non-Jew. There's a child. The child is a goy. But if she converts, she's a full-fledged Jew, not a mamzer. The same thing with a shivcha. You have relations with a shivcha, the child is a shivcha, and they can convert, and there's no mamzeris. And that's the halacha. That's how the Rambam paskins.
If they don't convert?
No. Meaning, if they don't convert, if they're goyim.
They're goyim.
They're a shivcha or a goy. But what I'm saying, if they convert to Judaism, they're Jews. They're not.
But they both have to convert, the mother and the child.
No.
If the kid converts, he's not a mamzer.
You have a relation with a shivcha. You have a relation with a shivcha or a goy, and there's a child, boy or girl. They're goyim.
I understand.
They're not goyim mamzerim. They're goyim, and therefore, if they convert, they're regular Jews.
I understand, but if the mother only converts and the child doesn't convert, the child is still a goy.
No. If there's a goyeta and she converts and you have relations with her, the child is a Jew.
I understand, but if she had a child already,
yeah, she had the child has to convert. Of course.
Right. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. In other words, the mother converting does not convert the child automatically.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. The chiddush here, all the Rishonim deal with is that there's no mamzeris here, and we'll see there's a way to be metayer mamzerim through this, right? If we don't have shivchus anymore, but technically, right, a mamzer the only product of a mamzer is a mamzer. You can never get out of them. Mamzer. You can never have progeny that's not a mamzer. There is a case that people talk about. If you acquire a shivcha and you live with her and you have a child, the child's a shivcha. And then if she converts, she's your daughter, she won't be related to you because, but
what? But a ger is allowed to marry a mamzer.
Yes, that's true.
So if a ger marries a mamzer,
then the child is a mamzer.
Still a mamzer?
Yes.
Can't convert, even though the ger
Just learned it today. A ger and a mamzer have kiddushin. So there it follows the pogum sheba. These are the rules, right? By a ger is allowed to marry a mamzer. It's exactly what you said. So therefore there is kiddushin. But if it's pogum, it follows the pogum sheba. Ger versus a mamzer is more pogum than a ger. Ger isn't shein yichus, you can't marry a kohen, but it's better than a mamzer. So the child, it becomes a mamzer. So I'm saying one of the ways you could be mitar mamzeris is through this shivcha business, because you're allowed to own a shivcha. You can't live with a goyeta, but you could live with a shivcha. Remember, we had, if you have a shivcha, so that was a way for the balabatim to have more servants, and technically that child could then convert and be a Jew and not a mamzer. Okay, doesn't really help al yichus, because it doesn't follow him because of the principle of ger shemizgar katan shenoiladami. He doesn't really have anything to do with the fall, but at least his DNA is now further, and it won't be mamzeris forever. That's based on this Mishnah, on this halacha that we just looked. Kol makom sheyesh kiddushin, and we said there's no aveira, so the yichus follows the father. Amalei Rav Shimon Rav Yochanan. Klalu shekol makom sheyesh kiddushin ve'ein aveira holech havlad achran vakar. Is that true? Hare ger shenosa mamzeris. You have a convert who marries a female mamzer. Sheyesh kiddushin ve'ein aveira. Right? A ger is allowed to marry a mamzeris. We cannot marry a mamzeris. A good Yisrael can. But another mamzer can marry a mamzeris. There's no avera there. A ger can marry a mamzeris. There's no avera there. And yet we say, havlad hoylech achara pogum. If your rule is correct, the child should be a ger and not a mamzer. And where do we...
Honey,
Yes.
should I stop and start?
Yes, please. Did George not realize that we learned at 7?